everyone, and welcome to my first autumnal Get Ready With Me. And in this video I'm going to show you how I did this look that I'm wearing right here, which is a little bit different for me. It's a little bit vampier. It's a kind of berry lip, which I don't normally wear, but I really like the lipstick, and it's kind of a heavier eye and that kind of thing, but it's definitely autumn now. It's chucking it down outside, really horrible weather. I've got to go out in it soon, which I'm not very pleased about, but I hope you enjoy this video. It's kind of a chatty video and I had loads and loads of fun making it. I just really felt like filming one of those types of videos today, and I kind of was thinking about some different video ideas as well, and I was wondering if maybe you wanted me to kind of do separate foundation reviews and kind of that type of thing, so let me know about that, because I realised I've never kind of done a full review of the NARS Sheer Glow foundation that I'm wearing here, that I'm obsessed with, as I showed you in the video. But I hope that you enjoy this video and I'll let you jump right into it. So my face is already cleansed. I've got my sunscreen on, that's why my skin looks a little bit shiny, and I have also got my kind of eye cream and some lip balm on as well. I'm going to go ahead and take away some of the shine and kind of prep my skin for makeup, and I'm going to use the Body Shop all-in-one 5-action perfector, and this is kind of like a primer. It's a really unusual type of texture. I've only used it a couple of times and I really like it, but it is very unusual. If you can see the texture of it right here, it's kind of like almost Vaseline textured. It's very odd and it feels quite heavy and quite thick on the skin, but then once you work it in, it really does kind of give that really smooth silicone-y feel. And I apologise in advance if I'm not looking directly at the camera throughout this, but I have to look in the mirror while I'm putting my makeup on as well. So you can see it just kind of really helps to make everything look a little bit soft focus. It kind of makes your pores in this area appear much smaller and just evens everything out really nicely. But it is very silicone based. I know a lot of people don't like that. I personally really like that feeling, so that's not a problem for me, but if it is for you, you might not enjoy this. Then I'm going to go in with my foundation, and since I've still got a little bit of colour from holiday, I've been using my NARS Sheer Glow foundation. This is in the shade Barcelona, and this is just my all-time favourite foundation. Like, if you took every other foundation away and I had to just use this forever, I'd be okay with that. So just applying it onto my face. I'm not going to put any on my forehead, and I know people are going to ask me, because in every video where I think, oh, I won't mention that because I always talk about it, someone does ask me. So I don't put any on my forehead because I find I don't really need the coverage and it breaks me out and makes me oily. So I'm just buffing this in all over with the Real Techniques buffing brush. And as I mentioned, this is in the shade Barcelona, so it's kind of quite a warm, quite a yellowy shade. So you do need to make sure you blend it well. But I find the shades of NARS foundations anyway are quite warm toned. They're kind of not very good at doing pink tones, which I like because that's not what my skin needs. But as you can see, just with one layer, it does really even things out, but obviously I need some extra help in my problem areas, which are my horrible pigmentation. And I always like to just have a little bit more on my chin and on my nose and that type of thing. So just dabbing it into the skin, and if you do it like this, it just creates a little bit more coverage than just smoothing it all over. So I like to just dab it in like that and then start to blend it. And you can just kind of see it does give a really perfect finish, and it's not sheer at all. I'm not sure what the point of them calling it Sheer Glow was, because there's nothing about this foundation that's sheer at all. It's a very much a medium foundation. So I'm happy with how that looks. That's kind of a good everyday coverage for me. Then I'm going to go in with a little bit of concealer, and I've been using the NYX full coverage concealer, which looks like this, and it's just a kind of little pot concealer. I've got it in the shade CJ04 beige, which looks like that. It's a little bit light, but it's fine for under the eye. So I'm just using a concealer brush just to kind of take this all under my eye area, and then I just tap it in with my finger. It is kind of quite thick, but it doesn't really settle into any lines or anything like that, and the coverage it gives is a really nice coverage. So dabbing that in everywhere, and you can see kind of the difference that's made already. I take it in the other eye, and I'm using the, what's this, the Zoeva Concealer Buffer Brush, just to get this everywhere. I don't like kind of buffing under my eyes with a brush anyway, because I feel like it just drags the area and makes everything look a little bit red sometimes. So that's my under eye concealer, okay. And then for my pigmentation, nothing really covers this. I've spoken about this a million times, but I'm going to use a little bit of the Maybelline Fit Me concealer. Just on my cheek here, a little bit here, to try and sort of conceal it a little bit. But as I said, nothing really makes it disappear completely. But I do find if you kind of lighten the area a little bit, it does kind of help to disguise it. So I'll come a little bit closer to show you. It does kind of help a little. And then I like to just do a little bit of kind of semi-highlighting as well. So I'm going to use the Clarins Instant Light Brush On Perfector. I'm going to do a little bit under my brow bone. Down my Cupid's bow, and just blend that in. I've really loved doing this. It's a really kind of face altering thing for me, I find, because my face is so round that I need a little bit of extra dimension. So that's all blended in, and then on my cheeks I'm going to use a little amount of the Revlon Photo Ready Skin Lights Face Illuminator, just because I think it's nice this time of year when your skin can look a little bit dull. I just take a little bit on the back of my hand. I do this before powdering, otherwise it kind of sinks into your skin in a bit of a weird way. And then with your foundation brush, you can just dab it in, and it gives a really nice kind of natural sheen to the cheek. You can see there it just catches the light really nicely. So same there, and I like to just dab it into my face. And then I'm going to move on and powder everything down. So when I want my makeup to last all day, I'll use a kind of powder puff rather than a brush. I'm using the Maybelline Matte Maker powder, just on a little powder puff, and I'm just going to powder my forehead, my chin, kind of my T-zone. My friend the other day, who's a guy, was trying to tell me something. We were talking about photography, and he was trying to tell me about the T-zone and why it looks shiny in photos, and he called it the T-bone. I thought that was so funny. So that's my base done, and I feel like it's just so important to get your skin looking nice. If you do that step, everything else just falls into place. Then I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of bronzer, and I'm using the Benefit Hoola bronzer, just because I haven't used this in any kind of get ready with me or anything like that, like because it's new to me. So doing the kind of 3 motion down my chin, always take it on kind of my neck in that area, and just swirl it in a kind of C motion, a little bit on my nose and under there, like that. And then for contouring, I've done this in a million videos, so you know what I'm going to do, but the MUA pressed powder shade 4, my go-to contour shade. Not too orange, not too grey, just perfect. So suck my cheeks in. And you can see the kind of glow that that highlighter has left, and I do like to just kind of do a little bit down there. Sometimes I'll do my nose a little as well. But the glow that that highlighter leaves is just so pretty. So there we go, that's my contour done. Then I'm going to go ahead and do my brows. And I always like it when you're putting makeup on, how kind of you're doing it, and as you're going along you just see kind of everything coming together, and it's always kind of when the skin, I need bronzer and contouring and a little bit of highlighter and that kind of thing. It adds dimension to my face that my face doesn't really have naturally. So then I'm going to go ahead and do the Benefit Give Me Brow on my brows, just because I fancy something kind of easy and quite natural looking. So just brushing this through my brow. And I like to just kind of concentrate it in the centre of my brow more than anywhere else, because that's where I'm the most sparse. And then the other side. It's just such a great little product. I know Rimmel have done one that's similar to this. I haven't tried it because I haven't managed to find it, but I'm going to go to the shops today, so I might try and see if I can find it, because I really, really like this one and I'd like to see how they compare. So that is it for my brows. Then I'm going to move on to eyes, and I'm really proud of myself that I haven't had to kind of cut this. I think I'm being quite swift, but I did fancy to just sit down and talk to you for ages. So for primer on my eyelids, I always need primer on my lids. I'm using MAC Paint Pot in Bare Study, which is just this kind of nice nude shade. So blending that all over the lids, and I'm going to do a kind of really autumnal look, and I'm going to only use one eyeshadow. I've been doing this a lot lately, and it's a look I've really been enjoying, and I Instagrammed a photo and a couple of you said you really liked it. And the eyeshadow in question is this one by MAC, and this is called Antiqued. And it's just a really gorgeous kind of coppery reddy brown colour, and it works beautifully on its own because it's got a lot of dimension in it. So on a flat eyeshadow brush, I'm just going to take it first and apply this all over the lid. So just completely all over, up into the crease a little bit. And it looks a little bit scary and dramatic like that. But then I'm going to take a blending brush and just really, really work it outwards. And blend and blend and blend until you kind of get a little bit of a kind of smoky eye going on, but it really, really kind of enhances the colour of your eyes as well. I know it looks really weird, the face I'm putting right now, but there's no other way to do this. And I like to just kind of drag it up and keep blending and keep blending and keep blending. And it just creates a really, really pretty, pretty eye. It kind of just brings everything out. And I might even just take a little bit more kind of in the upper part, blend that out. And it's one of those flattering shades as well, because it's not got too much red in it that makes you look tired, but it really, really helps to kind of emphasize if you've got any green in your eyes. My eyes are kind of just brown, but I have got kind of flecks of green in them, and this really, really brings out my eye colour. So I'm going to just do the other eye, and then I'll come back and kind of show you the next few steps. That I've got that blended on both eyes, I'm going to take just a small amount under my eye, just to kind of connect the colour. And this just adds kind of a little bit of kind of intensity to the eye, which I really like. Like that, it just really kind of helps to bring everything out. And then just to kind of intensify a little bit of the shimmer, because once you blend it out, the shimmer does disappear a little bit. I'm going to use this chunky eye crayon from NB Cosmetics, and this is in the shade Cinnamon. And it's just this kind of shimmery bronzy shade. It's very similar to the kind of tone of Antiqued. So I'm just going to do a little bit of that close to my lash line and blend it out. And it just helps to kind of add to the intensity of the eye. Do the other one. If you're wondering what's on my nails, by the way, it's the Body Shop, one of the Body Shop nail polishes in, I want to say it's called Crimson something. I'll put the info down below, but it's really pretty. It's a kind of nice autumnal shade. So that's that for my eyes. In terms of shadow, I'm going to go in and do some liner. I'm going to use the Rimmel Scandalise Nude Liner. Remember when I was obsessed with this, I've kind of started using it again. So just pull under. Pop that in at my lower lash line, well, my waterline. I know you're not supposed to pull under your eyes, but how else are you supposed to do it? Then mascara. I haven't actually brought my eyelash curlers down here with me, which is really annoying because I've been obsessed with using them lately, but I'm not going to go up and get them, so I'm just going to do it like this. I'm using the Maybelline 1x1. This is a backup I've got. I don't know if you can find this anymore. My local Boots have stopped selling it, which is really annoying because it's my favourite Maybelline mascara. But I'll come a little bit closer and show you, just because I never show how I put mascara on, and it might be a little bit interesting for you, I don't know. It's probably not, it's just mascara. But you can see the brush of this is really big, but it somehow doesn't kind of make a mess, which is really unusual. And I find you do need a really black mascara when you do an eye look like this, because it really helps to kind of define the eyes, and the black against the kind of warm tones just breaks it up a little bit and makes it look a little bit more wearable. So that's just one coat. I'm going to go in and do another one. Love this mascara, it's so pretty. You can see the difference already with this eye and this eye. This one looks 10 times bigger. And then I'm just going to take a little bit on my lower lash line. And there we go. So I'm just going to go ahead and put some mascara on the other eye. So now that I've completely finished the eyes, I'm going to go ahead and do some blusher. You don't want too much blusher because I'm going to go a little bit heavier on the lips as well, so just something quite natural. I'm going to go with Peaches by MAC because this doesn't add too much colour. I'm just using a stippling brush to apply it so it's even sheerer. Just so you've got a little bit of something on your cheeks, because I find on my face I definitely do need just a little bit of blush. But you don't want anything too noticeably blusher-like. So now moving on to the lips, which are kind of the key kind of factors in this look. So I'm going to line them first. I'm going to use the Model Co lip liner in Nude. Notice I have a brush hair here and it's annoying me. Got it. So line my lips just a little bit, and then I'm going to just take a little bit more of that Clarins highlighter on the Cupid's bow, just to really exaggerate the shape. And then I'm going to go on with a lipstick, and this is Fever by NV Makeup. And as you can see, it's kind of the same shade as my nails. It's really aesthetically pleasing, actually, that. But it's a really beautiful shade, and I'm not going to wear it full on. I am going to kind of sheer it out. So I'm going to use this more like a stain. So apply it a little bit messy, and then with my ring finger, just move it around your lips and kind of sheer it out. And that's it. That's the colour that I'm happy with. I think it's a really pretty shade. And the packaging of these lipsticks, I just want to show you, is really nice as well. It kind of comes up like that, the silver and that, really pretty. But it's magnetic, so it has the kind of lid like that, and you pop it on and it just, like that. I think the packaging is really lovely. But I love this makeup look. I think it's so autumnal and pretty, and it's kind of really modern, but I don't feel like it's too much, even though it's more makeup than I'd normally wear, and it's different colours than I would normally wear. I think it's just a really pretty look. I'm then just going to set it with the NYX, NYC I want to call it, it's not, it's NYX, Dewy Finish Long Lasting Setting Spray. And just hold this kind of quite far away from my face. That, just to kind of set it all, gets rid of any powderiness, and just brings the whole look together. But this is my finished autumn face. I hope you enjoyed this. It's something a little bit different from me, and I really wanted to film this for you, and I've had loads of fun filming this video, so let me know if you'd want me to do any more get ready with me's. But I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to give a big thumbs up if you did, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.